Hey everyone, if you like honest and biased reviews, please subscribe to the channel.
Welcome to the channel. Tonight we're going to check out the Main Street Forge multi-tool and flashlight holster. I've been asked a bunch of questions about this kit in particular. We're gonna go through it, but this is mostly gonna be a review about the holster itself. So this is the only other American-made multi-tool holster that I managed to find on the internet. The other one is, of course, Tale of Knives, which is really high quality, but I didn't feel like dropping more than $120 for this kind of stuff because I know that it's gonna get banked up at work, so I didn't really want to spend that much. So the next one in line was this, and these ones you can actually order from Amazon. So let's get some measurements for first, but I would start from the measurements of the items that I have in here, because the thing itself, the holster itself, there you go, it's about 4 inches wide. Doesn't matter, not really, because it's gonna be outside on your belt. So what kind of flashlight does it fit? This one in particular is about 1 inch precisely, and 1 inch is fine. I also sometimes carry this one if these batteries run out. I move on to the Wedge XT, which is smaller and it fits as long as it has a clip so it doesn't fall over. Now the real problem here is where do you have your activation button, your on and off on your flashlight, because if you push on this one as you are pushing it down into the holster, you might actually end up turning it on. And the same happens with the Streamlight Wedge, like the long one that has the side button. Sometimes that one gets pinched into the seam of the holster and it gets on and off. This one, it's bezel up and tail cap activated, and it never happened, not even once, that I accidentally turned it on. So we got 1 inch, and if you want to see the full length of the flashlight, so that you know if you want to use a different flashlight, this is about 5 1/3 of an inch, 5.5. It's a pretty big flashlight, but like I need the spotlight, so I need this longer bevel. Let's move on to the pen. This is a Ride in the Rain bolt action pen. It's 0.43 inches. It fits other pens as well. You can put Pilot G2 in there and it goes in pretty easily. You can put, let's see what I have here on my desk. You can put, of course, a Fisher space pen in there, but I would recommend using something with a clip so it doesn't slide down. But the Fisher space pen, which sits at 0.38 inches, it's a little bit too small for the housing in the holster. Now let's move to the multi-tool. We got the rebar. The rebar is 1/17 inches wide, 0.64 inches thick, and let's try to get a good measurement here, and 4.03 inches long. So these in particular, let's get the arc. The arc fits in here just as good as the rebar. Maybe, yeah, it needs a little bit of encouragement to go over with a clip, but the arc being probably one of the biggest Leathermans, it still fits in here. I don't carry the Leatherman at work because I would be sore if I lost it. The rebar, it's less than half of the price, And also it comes in in the same color as my other stuff, so I like having monochromatic. I mean, this is bichromatic because I have the black tube, but I like having a theme running. So the holster itself is really well done. Nothing has ever slipped out. Everything is nice and tight in there. My one issue with this is the placement of the belt clip. It is a little bit too much on one side. I wish that they made a leather bridge between these two, like they did for the pen, so that it would be a little bit more centered. Because every time that I go and pull the flashlight out, the whole thing moves forward on my belt, which is a minor annoyance. You know, it's one of those things where you say, dang, this is almost perfect if it only was for that one problem. If that one problem got solved, this would be perfection. Like I say many times, perfect is the enemy of good. So that's the only issue, but it's good that you actually have a little bit of mobility in this way. At least it's good for me, because part of my job is jumping on and off a truck several times a day, and I like that it adapts. You know, when I'm sitting down in the truck, this moves down and I can go around it with the seat belt pretty easily without having to worry that it's gonna snag on a bunch of different stuff that it's in here. I used to carry these a long time ago, and these, look how bigger this is. This is so much bigger. And like I showed in another video, this whole kit weighs 14 ounces, and you wouldn't imagine, but the same kit weighs 15 ounces if you use this cheap 901, which is also way bulkier, and also it's easier to snag with the seatbelt every time you get on and off your vehicle. So overall, I would say that for the price, this is a really good, really good piece. It's made in the US, which means you're most probably gonna get a better customer service, and it's a lifetime guarantee. So totally, this is a piece of, there you go, lifetime warranty. So lifetime warranty is something that no one gives anymore, but they do. And that's what drawn me to this particular brand, because they trust their product and I trust them at this point. So this concludes the video. I went a little bit longer than I imagined I would, but sometimes I just get caught rambling about stuff that I like. That said, this concludes the video, and if you like independent, honest, and unbiased reviews for your gear, please subscribe and get your notification. You all have a good night.